I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta. Kornbread's on the show today, and we talk about wrestling, the savory life, and buying perfume at Disneyland. But first, do you want to see me go off? Because I think you want to see me go off.
M.
Oh.
M.
Mom!
Are you a lady like me? Introspective, beautiful. Oh, are you intellectual like me? Beguiled by a bargain? You like wild times? Oh, like me? Are you serving the community like me? Well, if you are, then you must be very Delta. I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta, a luxury public access podcast and talk show where I look gorgeous, speak extemporaneously, and invite fascinating people to sit on the couch and get very Delta. Very Delta is for the woman who knows a 3-course meal could absolutely be just a snack if you're not a little bitch. But first, let's get into some things that are very Delta. Question: is Monster Energy Drink the Diet Coke for heterosexual men who have toxic masculinity? I need to know why everybody needs so much caffeine in their beverage. Who is walking around with a Monster Energy Drink all the time? What else is being floated through the beverage order throughout the day? I'm hoping that they're having water in between because I just want to know, like, I also hear of people drinking energy drinks like Red Bull or Celsius or whatever it is with vodka at the club. So you're drinking vodka and then you need extra caffeine in it and you just need to be wired and have that weird vodka breath and all this energy. Why is there so much caffeine? Why is that the thing? I drink diet beverages, mainly diet colas, because I absolutely do like the taste. I'm probably totally addicted to it. However, my hope is that even though there's a ton of chemicals involved, there isn't that much sugar and there's less calories. So, I can eat a side of beef and not feel so bad. But here's the question. Pepsi has 37 milligrams of caffeine. And that sounds legitimate because there's some other ones that have like 35, 32, something like that. I had always heard that Mountain Dew had more caffeine, and everyone was always surprised by that because we were always under this impression back in the day that Sprite, Slice, Bubble Up, 7 Up, anything clear had less caffeine. I don't know why we thought caffeine came in darker colors only, but that was just sort of how we were brainwashed. Mountain Dew has 55 milligrams of caffeine in a can. Red Bull has 111 milligrams of caffeine in a can. Have you heard of this? This is called C4. This has, Doug, I can't read this. How many milligrams?
200.
200 milligrams for this can. No, it is a bigger can. So I will say if you were having like a 12-ounce can, so maybe that proportionately makes a difference. But who is just chugging these? People are just, oh my God, I have to have this. I need so much energy. Why aren't you sleeping sometimes? I don't understand why you can't take a nap. I know everyone's working, everyone's got a side hustle, all of it. But if every way, shape, or form that you move through life is only by supplementing this, that just seems like weird. I love Diet Cola, but there's times where I'll just go without it. I'm like, I'll have some iced tea, I'll have some water, I'll have some of my flavor sticks. I think that's absolutely fine. Here's the thing about the flavor sticks, though. I have a little bit of anxiety because I go to lunch at least weekly with my friend Psychedella, and she always orders water, which is great. It's good for you. I love the idea. I usually order water with whatever beverage I'm having. And the reason I do that is because sometimes they're slow on the refill, so I can default to water, right? I want to have 2 options just in case. Psychedella puts the flavor sticks in her water. Now, I think that's fine if they are clear, but a lot of them are red, pink, yellow, orange, all these different colors. My anxiety starts to go crazy when they come back and they want to do a refill and they look at her cup and they're like, what beverage do we serve that's red? And then we have to say, like, oh, it's a flavor stick. But then it feels like we're bringing our own beverage in. That seems like that makes me nervous. Like, when you're at a fast food restaurant and maybe you're with a group of people, and then one person in that group is like, oh, I'm bringing Jack in the Box inside the Wendy's. I have so much anxiety from that, thinking that someone would do that. I just feel like you have to buy something, like maybe go up and buy a cookie or some it's like when you go to the bathroom, like you really have to go and you go into a restaurant, you have to buy something. You have to like go up and like, "Can I get a water? Can I get a I don't know, a hamburger?" Like something quick, and then, "Can I use your restroom key?" And I don't really want the food. Like, I'll just leave it there. I just want them to know that I'm trying to be a customer. The flavor sticks give me anxiety. You know what else gives me anxiety? When I'm on TikTok and I see people that do the water talk and they're like, hey, I'm making the water of the day. It's going to be 2 of these and a pump of this. And they're all sugar free sticks. And every one of the comments, I don't know how that's sugar free. I don't know how that's calorie free. That's juice. It's not juice. Juice comes from a fruit or a vegetable and has its own natural sugar. These sticks and these pumps that say sugar free and calorie free are, in fact, sugar free and calorie free. Now, they are not free of toxins, they are not free of microplastics, they are not free of all of the chemicals that cause all kinds of diseases, but they are sugar free and they are calorie free. So stop going on people's TikToks and saying, I don't know how. You know why you don't know how? Because you're stupid. That's why you don't know how. Because you want somebody to see you in the comment section and go, oh, you let them have it. I know that's right. Yeah, there's sugar in that. Why? Because it's the color orange. Do we not realize that these are fake things? Did you think this was real? Did you think these were all real? I don't know, camellias or whatever flowers these are. They're not real. Some of my flowers are real, but these ones are not real. But some people out there, oh yeah, I wonder how much that cost. $3. $3 at Dollar Tree. Calm down. I'm not spending, I'm not living without, I'm not living beyond my means. It's fine. Everything's fine. People are not consuming 5,000 calories from a packet that says sugar and calorie free. What is that? So I want to figure out what this is about. I want to taste it. It's fruity. It doesn't taste very good. It kind of tastes like melted marshmallows, if that's a way to describe something. I don't want my heart to blow out of my chest. I already put my body through too much as it is. So I'm probably not going to finish something like this. I just feel like this becomes a personality for people or something. This becomes like, oh yeah, oh, I gotta have my C4, baby. Oh, I gotta have my Red Bull, baby. Oh, I gotta have my Monster. Hey, dude, I got my freaking Monster. You got a Monster? You want to see me take a break? Oh, I think you want to see me take a break. Baby, don't walk, run. The Very Delta 2025 calendar is back on sale for a limited time. The luxury calendar is in full color, featuring 12 iconic episode screenshots and a cover image to die for. Throughout the year, you'll find notable dates and Very Delta tips to help you fry the small fish all year long. Like September. Do you want a blowjob for ketchup? Get your Very Delta 2025 calendar today at everybodyshopmom.myshopify.com. Oh, and since we're already a few months into the year, we've knocked $5 off the price because you know I love a bargain. Purchase your calendar now and make 2025 Very Delta. Our guest today is a snack. She's from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14. It's Kornbread.
Hello.
Hi.
How art thou?
You know what? I'm doing good. We have not seen each other in forever.
It's been way too long, like a super long time.
And the thing is, we picked up right where we left off, which was perfume.
Literally perfume.
I smelled your fragrance when you came in. We still can't determine the name of it, but it doesn't matter because I want to know more about where it came from.
Yes, yes, and I'm gonna find the name. It's somewhere in one of them suitcases back there. But it came from Disneyland, and my friends came from Portland, Oregon. And they took me to Disneyland for my birthday. January 14th, hashtag Capricorn. And so we went to Disneyland, and June was talking about how they spray the Princess Tiana area, like with a perfume, and she was like, "I want to see the perfume store," and we're like, "Girl, Disneyland perfume store." But we know June likes perfume a lot, and so
Right.
we went there, and June picked out a perfume, and then she picked out one for me as well. And our friends bought it for us for my birthday, and so yeah. Disneyland has a perfume store and it's very expensive.
But it's
It's
sickening.
there's you can get a turkey leg and a smell.
Ooh, I like that. Well, and you were telling me, you do your fragrance, I think the way it's supposed to be done.
Mhm.
Most people don't go through all of that, which is the layering.
The layering is important.
Yeah.
And it's because it goes from like I feel like your scent, they say your scent matches well with other ones. Like it smells different on different people. So
Mhm.
I'm very much get the shower girl. Then I put on my like generic, basic lotion. The
Mhm.
lotion has to match the body mist. And then the body mist goes into the perfume of the outfit. And the outfit it has to be sprayed as well as the skin, a good whiff as you walk past. It's
So
important.
smart.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
smart.
I try.
You ever see like when people put their fragrance on and they're squirting it just everywhere, all over the rhinestones and
Everywhere.
sequin, and I'm like, you're wasting
You're
that.
doing it wrong.
You're wasting it.
Because it's gonna smell like must in the end of you sweating that day. I'm like, no, you got to put it in the right spots.
Ooh, it does smell musty, especially if they spray it on and then the costume is sweaty and then they just roll it up and throw it in the
And just be
bag.
done with it. And it's like, girl,
And then
it
they
ain't
go
smell.
peel it back out.
It's like, woo, I'm on. It don't smell good no more, baby girl. Take it out.
No, it
Just
doesn't smell
let it
good
air. Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. Use a garment bag, girl.
You just went through your birthday season. I always like to say season because
Mhm.
just as you said, your friends came out, you went from Portland and you went to Disneyland. We run into people at different times. And a lot of people will say, like, oh, I missed your birthday. Sorry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like, no, it's the whole season.
Yeah, yeah. You got
It's the
time.
whole Do
You
you
got time.
celebrate the whole season?
I start as soon as Capricorn season is beginning until it ends. Absolutely, it's my birthday.
I love
I'm
that.
gonna tell you, we'll take away the time to get a free gift
Right.
or free food.
Right.
I'd be at the restaurants and be like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. Give me this free pancake." I go to Denny's, IHOP, free meals all day. I'm getting my free,
Absolutely. Well, they're the ones offering it, so they
and
shouldn't be
I'ma
bothered
take
if
it.
you ask for it.
And I got 2 IDs, one for Demori and one for my dead name self, baby. I'm eating twice.
Who's gonna give you think, the best birthday like incentive, like a restaurant or a store, any place in specific?
Bath and Body Works does me very well. They'll send
Okay.
you something because I'm very much a candle person. Like I'll go buy a candle when I don't need one. I'm doing pumpkin spice in the middle of like winter, summer, fall.
Oh,
Don't make a
see,
difference.
we talked about this before.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
where we connect.
I'm a candle person, and I'm gonna go buy it. So they do really good with it. And then like I get like exclusives from like I sign up for a lot of stuff. I'm a bad shopper. Like I shop way too much. So I get the emails and like the promotions, and they're just a
Mhm.
list. Happy birthday, and I'm like, yeah, it's my birthday, and I just buy it. But Bath and Body Works is my favorite one for sure.
They do have a lot
They
of
have really good
rewards.
ones. Yeah.
Anything that you sign up with them, I mean, you just go in and make a purchase and they're like, have a free item.
And I'm just like, and I'm gonna take it. And
Absolutely.
they make advertisements for people like me. I'm the worst. You can just look at something, or I'm gonna look at something. I'm like, you know what? I need it. I don't care what it is. And they send me emails, and I'm like, you know what? I should be budgeting, but they sending me something for free, so I'm gonna click it. And I feel
Yeah.
like I'm saving money if I'm getting something free.
It's like when you order something and it says free shipping over a certain price.
Mhm.
I feel like I have to get to that price so I can save money.
Yeah,
But if I do just like a regular purchase and it tells me the shipping, I'm like, oh, I cannot
I
possibly
can't buy
pay
this.
$7 for shipping.
How dare you?
Right.
Does it-
But let me spend 25 more to get free
to
shipping.
get free shipping, and that's gonna be very much me. And I'm competitive, so I feel like you challenging me. So if you tell me I need to get to $55, I'm getting to that 55 to let you know I won, even
Right.
though y'all won because y'all got my money. But I'm getting there. I can't take it. You gonna tell me I can't get to
Yes, it is.
$55?
Wait, you're a Ross person. We talked about
Love the
Ross.
Ross.
And you were telling me something about that sound. You know that sound that's at Ross, that jeep, jeep. What is that?
So on the shoes and on the purses too, there's like the little string alarm thing. So if someone like tugs at it too hard, it alarms. It sounds off. However, you can drop the shoe or something and it's gonna go off. So
Right.
that's why it's like ring, 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 ring. However,
And what is it doing? It's
ring,
rear,
ring,
rear,
ring.
rear.
Yeah, yeah. The ring, 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 ring.
It's
What you
rear,
doing?
rear.
What you doing? Ring, ring, ring. Making all that noise. But when you go to Ross, and I learned because my stepmom used to work at Ross as like a manager for whatever area in South Carolina, and she would tell me that they would go one day to steal one shoe, and then go back a few days later to steal the other shoe, and that's how you get away. So when you rearing and you walk up into Ross and you only see a left foot, it's because somebody already got the right one and they're coming back to get the left one. They
See,
left the left one.
people will, it evolves because, remember back in the day, people would just get like something and hide it in the rack, or
Yeah.
you would see and you would go, oh, I think that person was trying to hide that lotion in the candles or
Yes.
something like that. But this is different.
They innovative.
I'm not mad at people for doing, I have no allegiance to no store.
Right.
Do you know what I
Neither do
mean?
I.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
corporations, the way that they are anyway. If I see somebody steal, I'm like, well, I'm not going to go report you. Like,
That ain't my business.
it's really not
And people violent these days, baby. You do
No.
you. I am not loss prevention.
at all.
I'm in here to shop. That ain't got nothing to
Exactly.
do with me, and I ain't no snitch either.
I don't snitch.
I ain't no snitch.
That is your business. And I think it goes like on another level too, because like it's one thing to be in a store and you're like, oh, that person's stealing that. And
Right.
people do think like, oh, they just want a new purse. And sometimes I think it could be deeper than that. They could be selling that to buy things that they need.
That they need.
And I'm not saying that that's the way we all have to live through life, but in 2025,
You got to get it how you live.
and all the gloves are off.
And apparently all the alarms is off the left and the right shoes. You're gonna go. Why don't y'all just steal in pairs? I'm not convincing nobody to go take nothing from Ross Cross
Right.
Dress for Less. However, why won't y'all go in pairs? If your
Right.
homegirl take the left, you go take the right, and then walk out at separate times.
Who's gonna know?
Who's gonna know?
Who is going to know? Do you think, going back to perfume, do you think they have a perfume store at Universal Studios? Because we're not far from Universal Studios, and I know you know a lot about it.
So yeah, because I used to work at Universal as well. So, they have. Well, there's a Sephora over there, which has like
Okay.
really good perfumes, but they don't have like a exclusive.
Okay.
Universal not giving Disney. But I mean, do you really want to smell like a transformer? Like, is it like,
Right.
do you want to smell like Jurassic Park? See, Disney, it works.
Right.
Princessy,
Because
you
there's
know?
a lot of beautiful things.
Yeah, or you even want to like the evil characters, Udi,
Mhm.
Don't nobody want to walk in there and smell like Jurassic Park. Like, what you gonna give me, a grass scent? So I don't think the perfume's not for them. They got to leave that alone, girl. That's not done. Leave it how it is.
Leave it how it is.
Leave it how they don't need a perfume.
But when you were at Universal Studios, what did
Mhm.
you do? What kind of work
I
did
was
you
a
do?
production assistant, which sounds really cute. Have a production assistant for inside of the park means you walk out the characters and you take pictures.
Okay.
You take pictures of the characters while the guests, like I was with the SpongeBob, the Marylands, and all of those. And during Christmas time, I was a Who for Whoville. I played one of the characters for Grinchmas. I was like a seamstress, don't know how to sew, but I was a seamstress for Whoville.
Okay.
And then Halloween Horror Nights, I did Scare Patrol, where we danced in the lines to make the lines go faster. And I did Alien vs. Predator. I was one of the characters for the Alien vs. Predator
Wow.
maze. I worked at Universal for a while. One
Wow.
of my favorite jobs that I've had, it was outside, which was not cute. But it was
Because it's
fun.
just constantly hot or raining.
Yeah, and it's like Universal stayed open 365. So you're outside in the park. There's 30,000 people in the park, and you have like the mystery machine from like Scooby Doo and all that stuff, and you have to like stand in front of it and move people out of the way to walk
Oh,
the
no.
mystery machine from the beginning of the park to the middle. Like, it was stuff like that, like parades and stuff. It was a lot, but I was always the leader of the pack, because baby, I could tell somebody to move out real disrespectfully and respectfully at the same time. They couldn't take me as the parade leader. I was good, and then I had to quit.
Where does that come from? The confidence of that, but also just the ability to discern how to deal with people.
I think it's a mixture of excitement. Their excitement to see Scooby Doo and all the snacks and stuff rolling up the street, so they're already thrilled. So you tell them, all right, get out the way so you don't run over your foot. They excited to move out your way because they want to get to where you're going.
Right.
So they'll listen in that sense. And I'm a very fun person when it comes to like I enjoy entertaining the masses, if you will. So it was fun walking and being assertive to tell people, scoot out the way so you don't hurt yourself, but at the same time, follow us because you're going to enjoy where we're going,
Mhm.
because of the aesthetic of what the park is. So I didn't mind it in that sense.
Our producer Doug works the Halloween haunt at Not Scary Farm every
Oh,
year.
yeah. That's where they be sliding on their knees and stuff.
That's the kind of he does, like this in people's faces and scares people and dresses as a cowboy or
And
whatever.
see, they let them a little bit easy over there, because University like, don't touch nobody, don't breathe too close to them. It was given like 6 feet rule before 6 feet rule was a thing.
Mhm.
And Knots, they be up in people's faces.
Right.
They
They'll
got
lay
the
on you.
budget. Yeah, and they don't care. I'm like, oh, y'all don't mind a lawsuit, do you? They got the money in case somebody want to sue. Because at Universal, baby, we not touching nobody. Knots
Right.
don't give a damn.
No, they don't.
They get up in your face.
Right.
Yeah, it was scary. And back at that time when I was going to Knots, I wasn't wearing wigs. Now I wear wigs. I can't go to Knots because they be to knock your off. have you just scalped and trying to get
Not
scurred.
scalped.
Scalp that knots, and then Queen Mary does it too.
Have you been to it?
I've been, and they say it's haunted. And baby, ghosts like to follow me. I'm a friendly person because I be telling the ghosts, listen, it don't bother me while I'm asleep. You can chill over there in the corner all you want to. Don't me. And I'm scared they're gonna take that as an invitation to come back to my house, so I don't go back to Queen Mary.
You have to release yourself of all of that.
Them demons.
Right. Do you ever see people on TikTok or Instagram, like they'll look at a scary video and they'll comment on it, like, I don't allow any energy to follow me from watching this video.
People do
People
that?
write that in the comments.
See, that's gagging to me because I'm sliding out the video. As soon as I see a spooky, I'm going, girl, I ain't gonna even watch the first 3 seconds. I ain't gonna give you a chance.
What do you watch? Like if you're on TikTok, what's
Ooh,
something you're addicted to?
Food. I
Okay.
watch the food ones. I save a lot of the food clip videos. Those are my favorite. And then I like the reviews. Do you like a chili cheese fry?
I like chili cheese
I love a
fries.
chili cheese fry.
You know what's not right is if you go to like a mom and pop place and they make the chili cheese fries and they put them in the plastic container and you get it and it's made so quick and so fresh that the cheese hasn't melted yet.
Oh, okay.
I need the cheese to melt.
The cheese needs to be melted. So do you like a shredded cheese situation or do you like a poured? Like a liquid
I
cheese?
would go for a shredded first.
Okay.
But I'm never gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. So whatever you have, I'm gonna find a way for it. I'm gonna find a way for it.
I'm gonna eat it. It's gonna be good regardless.
Yeah.
But see, a chili cheese fry, I need to sit down. Like a nacho and a chili cheese fry, hard for me to get to go.
I need my
I need that
feet flat
crunch.
on the ground.
Yes.
Like this.
Sitting up properly.
And I want to start with my hands and then I'll get to the fork.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's me. Because you got to work from the outside to the inside.
Right.
Because the outside is for the hands.
Right.
The inside is for the fork. Because that's where all the goodness is at.
That's so true. And I always tell myself when I get like the big one, I always think like, no, I have the appetite for this.
Yeah.
But you get about a quarter of the way through and you're like, I could have got the regular one and it still probably would have been too much.
Yeah, yes.
Because you're going to eat this much of it, but the container's this big. And then you kind of don't want to save it for
Me too.
later.
See, but are you a beans on a nacho person?
I don't mind.
Because
You
I'm
don't
a
like
beans
it?
on the side. Because
Oh, you mean dipping it on the side?
I need my beans on the side for me to like, if I'm doing a nacho situation, the beans itself has to be on the side because beans are very moodful to me. It's like if I'm taking this bite, sometimes I don't want a bite of beans in it.
Right.
You know, the texture of beans is very particular. So
Right.
not every bite needs a bean in it. So I have to have that on the side. That's just me though. It's just random. But
No, I prefer to know what people want and how they want
Yeah, how
it
they want
because everybody enjoys their food differently.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I absolutely hold the space for everybody to eat it how they want to eat it. But then if you give it to them not the way they want it,
Disappointed.
it's disappointed. It's a problem. It's wasted money. Then sometimes people feel obligated to go, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay.
I'm
She
never gonna
didn't
say
want-
it's okay.
You're not
If-
saying
if-
that's what I love.
Is the money coming out my pocket, baby? I ain't. Listen, and that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, love, I wanted it this particular way for a reason." You know, it's a service. You know, it's we
Right.
going back and forth. We helping each other out. You know, I'm buying this food. You helping me be happy. I'm helping you pay your rent. It's like it's a good back and forth between us. There's nothing wrong with that. It's simple.
Yeah.
As long as you're nice about it. Hey, love, can I get the beans on the side? You know, I
Right.
don't want to be too particular, but you know, you gotta explain.
What
it to
about a
me.
chili with no beans in it? Just
I can
meat.
do that. You like that?
I like it. I like it both ways.
I like it both ways too. I ain't gonna let me tell you, a chili is a chili, and a chili is not a soup. You taught me that, but I do
It's
like
not.
it's not a soup, and I do love a good soup. See, we sit here go back and forth all day.
But do you want crackers or bread or cornbread for chili beans?
Ooh, chili beans. I like a good cracker.
Mhm.
I like a good cracker with it. Cornbread for me, cornbread has to go on the side of a whole separate meal. When I'm doing a good chili situation, I love a cracker.
Cornbread loves crackers,
Cornbread loves love crackers.
and that means she loves you.
Let's
Let's take a break.
Delta said it.
Do you know what's very Delta? Engagement. Don't just sit there like a lukewarm bowl of soup. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel and diving into these rich, juicy conversations in the comment section.
This feels wrong watching this for free.
Stay connected, stay engaged, and stay very Delta. We are back with Cornbread. I was thinking about this. You are or were growing up a fan of wrestling.
Oh, I love wrestling.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I was a kid, we used to watch Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. And so that's where like I loved that. I loved the theatrics of it.
Yeah.
When I was in school, I was also in wrestling. Like that was my sport. And no pun intended, I was in the heavyweight division.
Mm.
But yeah, that was my sport. So I feel like I think about things that people have done. We did one time at Hamburger Mary's
Mhm.
a mud wrestling in drag. And Raja and Jules, and I'm going to pull up a picture of this.
Well, I would have did that.
Raja and Jules, yeah, we had pools, like kiddie pools.
Mhm.
And it wasn't really mud wrestling, it was whipped cream wrestling. And the guests would purchase cans of whipped cream. And then the girls would split up the tip money from these cans. So that's how, like, that would be their
That's a
tips.
little freaky.
And I didn't have to get in it. I was the like the MC. So I would
Okay.
we're bringing out this girl, we're bringing out that girl. Would you do that?
I would absolutely do that. What do you mean? Like, I'm still obsessed with wrestling. Like, wrestling is my thing, and I would definitely get it. I don't mind a good little tussle.
Yeah.
I got a few bitches I want to tussle with. Hell yeah, put me up in there.
If you had to pick maybe like contestants from Drag Race, either your season or other seasons, or is there anybody that you would want to wrestle with or somebody that you want to team with?
Team with see if I would team with Silky.
Okay.
Yes, I would definitely team with Silky because Silky like to tussle and Silky know how to move. And
Yeah.
Silky's a big girl who knows how to. Silky would definitely be
Yes.
on my team, and then I would want to fight probably like Georges and Willow
Okay.
because I like to win. I'm gonna take them little out.
Would you have a signature move?
Well, so I'm obsessed with Rey Mysterio Jr.
Okay.
That,
Tell me.
that's my man, and he don't even know it. But I like Rey Mysterio Jr. And I can't through the rope like he do, but I try it. Ain't gonna be
Yeah.
no ropes on the kiddie pool, but I do something with a swing of a leg.
You
Storm.
can definitely swing your legs.
Or Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
I like to break the glass. I want that when I walk out.
Would you have a signature costume or look or color?
Ooh, I think I would stick with the yellows and the greens to keep it the good old corn kind of shucking of the corn kind of
Right.
moment. Oh my god, I could do like the shucking of a corn could be like my move. I don't know what it would be, but I'll find a way to like shuck. That would be
Yeah.
my move. The
I
shuck.
wonder what would be the tagline for you entering. Like, what would be something they would say? Because you've done. Could they say from Universal Studios? Could they say from Hocus Pocus?
Ooh,
Could they say? I mean, what could it
ooh,
be?
the resume.
I
How
know.
dare you? Shall we keep going down the list? No.
Yes, we
Ooh,
will.
what would be? I don't know what my wrestling catchphrase be.
Something with snack.
Yeah.
We'll have to think about it. We'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Hocus Pocus, I mean, that is a feather in your cap that nobody else but you, those of you that were in
Mhm.
the movie, other people can't lay that claim. That's
I
sickening.
know,
How was
and
that?
it was one of the best experiences. What's crazy is it was before I was announced on the show, before I
Mhm.
did Drag Race, and so at the time it wasn't supposed to be me. It was supposed to be Drag Race Queens that was supposed to be doing it, and then someone wasn't available at the time, and so my agent was like, "Oh, well, can we get Kornbread to do it?" And this video was going viral of me doing like this ASMR craziness, and the guy was like, "Oh, we know this person. Let's bring her in." And so they were taking pictures and stuff because the set was open. And so they were taking pictures and stuff, and they kept naming me everybody that I was. It was like, oh, this is Jaden Dior Fierce, or oh, this is Silky Nutmeg Ganache, because they knew it was Drag Race people, but they didn't know me at the time because I wasn't on the show. So they were
Mm.
calling me everyone else. So I was like, okay, great. No one knows it's me. This is gonna be great. And we were on set, and Catherine, Najima goes, she's like, "You're very fun. Have you ever been on the RuPaul's Drag Race show?" So I'm like, "No, I've never been on it." And she's like, "Oh, I'm going to tell her to put you on the show." And I'm like, "No, don't do that," because we weren't announced yet. I already filmed it. We weren't supposed to
Right.
be out filming anything for Hocus Pocus because it was like you're supposed to wait until seasons and things aired. And so we did that. It was a fun experience. She was like, "I want to get you on the show." I'm like, "Please don't call that lady because you're gonna get me in trouble." She don't know I ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
And then Hocus Pocus and everything announced right after my Drag Race season announced, and it was like perfect timing. So much fun. Everybody was so sweet. We were there for 7 days and filmed
Wow.
2 days. But everybody was sweet. It was a very, very fun experience. We
Nice.
didn't get to take the costumes home. However, they cut straps out of each one of the costumes and pinned it together and made us this little thing to take home with us.
Oh,
So it's like
that's
hanging on my wall. It was
cute.
very fun. I enjoyed myself. Paid very well. They still send residual checks, so I like that.
Yeah. Do you have any dream roles like television, film, Broadway, anything that you'd like to play?
Yeah, Broadway. I want to play Donkey and Shrek so bad, and
Okay.
Shrek the musical. It's like one of my favorite musicals of all time, and I want to play Donkey so bad. And then I want to do Chicago. I want to do the girls do the like random pop ups in Chicago. Want to do Chicago so bad. So
Mhm.
one of those definitely want to be a part of. But Broadway is the goal. for
Yeah,
sure. Absolutely.
definitely,
I think I could
definitely.
do it.
If you could reboot a TV show and you could be in it, what would that be?
In Living Color, I
Mm,
love In Living Color, like just the sketch comedy of it all. Or Reno
mhm.
911. I would want to do that too.
So
Niecy Nash and
funny.
now, like those kinds of shows, I think I would be
Yeah.
good at. I've always wanted to be a part of a Survivor too, but I don't think they're gonna let me take my makeup or my wig glue, and so I don't think I could do it. I would have to grow my hair out and get it braided or something. But
You could, yeah, I think so. Like, where, is there any like area in the world, like tropical, deserts, the mountains, that you think you would do better than in another area?
I'm a tropical
Okay.
kind of person because I don't mind the. I love a good outdoors. I love a good rain. So it's gonna rain in the tropical areas. I think I could do that. I like Lord of the Flies, the book and stuff. So I read that a couple of times to know how to survive out there, and I seen Lost. So I'm like, I could do the tropical.
You could do it.
I could do it, but
Yeah.
I just need a mirror and makeup, and they're not gonna give me that. So that's gonna be rough. And they ain't probably got no electrolysis out there either. I'm gonna need laser.
What was the other show people used to do? Amazing Race, where you run across the world.
You can
Would you do
keep
that?
it. You can keep it.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. You're not about to have me out here that I already get stressed at the airport. And you want me to run through it and traveling?
Right.
I barely speak English right. And you want me to go to places where I can't speak other? No, baby. Keep Amazing Race. Yeah.
See, I want to do a show where it's like, who can sit the longest? Like, I would win that hands down.
Baby perched. They
Yeah,
can take me. Now
just
let me
I
tell
would have nothing to complain about. You
I
could
would
bring me
sit.
anything. Because I feel like even if it is something I like, I'm still gonna complain about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm still gonna complain about it.
That would be a good complaining show would be a good show too. Well, see, Big
Yes.
Brother, you don't ever sit in the house. But I'd lose quickly. They'll send me home because I'm gonna let you know, girl, I don't like you. And that's not good for those games. That's why I can't do Big Brother. Baby, I can't. You lie to
Yeah.
my face. I'm like, I know you lying. But sometimes you got to lie to the people. And I tell the truth too much. I'm too lazy to lie.
Well, yeah. Do you do much work as an ordained minister?
I do it very particularly.
Mhm.
Friends are mainly. It's like if friends say, "Hey, I'm getting married. Would you like to pop up and do my wedding?" I'll say yes. And this is for friends. I don't charge my friends to their weddings. I feel like it's an honor for me to do it. And the past two weddings that I've done have been heterosexual
Oh,
marriages, and
nice.
that I'm just like, you know what? Look at this black trans woman standing up here marrying these people. My favorite. But I do it for friends. Mainly. The rest
Mhm.
of it is just usually like the regular gigs and stuff like that. But I kind of want to get more into the whole
Yeah.
drag and like marrying thing. I think it'd be a lot of fun to
Yeah,
to
for
do that, especially
sure.
in today's time, honey. Please put me in the front line. I would love it.
Absolutely. The House of Jete.
Ooh,
That is quite a home.
every last one of them is crazy. They stress me out. But I still act like the younger drag sibling and drag race or not. I go in there and take all their stuff. And now I can fit it. Baby, I'm snatching up costumes.
Right.
This wig that's on my head. I was at a show. I did Kyra's show. She walked in and had this wig. I said, "Oh, that's mine."
Mhm.
And she goes, "Huh?" And I took it and put it on my head and went out and performed it and I kept it. This is how I snatched up from them.
Well, it's still in the family.
And they mad now because like I lost so much weight I could fit their costumes. They
Right.
costumes I couldn't fit. So I could never borrow anything from them. Cause usually you're supposed to take from your drag sisters and your drag mom at a
Right.
certain time. I could never do that. Now, snatching it all. Oh, is that 4-way stretch? Man.
But you have made such a significant change in your body.
Mhm.
But even before that, you always had the silhouette. You always knew what you wanted to wear. Where does that come from?
I learned from learning around my surroundings and
Makes
looking at other
sense.
people. It's like, okay, cool. You know what? She does it this way. I want to take this one thing from her and then make it my own and blah blah blah. So I cherry picked around me and that's how I developed like who I am because you got to learn. You can't walk into drag and say I know everything and I'm going to do drag this way because this is how I want to do it. You still have to learn from the people that are around you because there's
Right.
people who have been doing this way longer than you and who are seasoned and who are like settled in themselves. And at the time I was not settled in who I was figuring it out. And then I learned from there. Like, okay, boom,
Right.
this is what cornbread looks like. And how did cornbread get this way? All the ingredients that was around me. And it's like you got to learn from people. So that's where it came from for sure.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. It
Yeah.
does. There are people that like, they're really great makeup artists, and so they think that's all I need to be really great in drag. Or there's people that just want to be an entertainer no
Mhm.
matter what, and they figure, well, if I do drag, that'll But you have to sort of, like you said, you have to see all of it.
You have to see every piece of it. And then it's like, I don't call myself no makeup guru. I don't call myself no fashion queen, nothing. But you need a little sprinkling of something from each one of these areas
Yeah,
and be
you
good
know
at
what
what you're
works on
doing.
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. And I'm just like, I'm gonna be good at what I'm gonna be good at. And I'm very competitive in the sense of if somebody could do something that I can't do, I'm gonna learn it. I'm very
Mhm.
much that girl. Like I'm not about to sit in a room like if you could do 15 backflips, as long as I can do one, then I can't do no backflip. Now, don't ask me because I can't do it. But it's like I'm not going to compare myself in that sense of, wow, she could do 15, I can only do two. Maybe these two that I'm going to do going to look sickening while I do them. I'm
Mhm.
very much that person. So I have to be able to do what the next person can do. I ain't got to be as great at it, but I need to have some kind of a skill just so I
Mhm.
can be ready. Somebody call you and be like, hey, we need somebody to do X, Y, and Z. They might do it 10 times better than me, but I can still do it. I can get the job done. That's where my mind is at.
Yeah.
Learning. I like a good skill set.
Well, you were saying when you worked at Universal, you were a seamstress, and I feel like when you watch Drag Race these days, you'll hear people still, I mean, 17 seasons in,
Mhm.
will admit to not knowing how to sew. And I'm like, you don't have to admit that to people. You could just say, "Oh, I'm working on my garment," and wait for someone to go, "Are they gluing?" Yeah, because it doesn't matter what it looks like in here. What matters is what I bring you out there. So
That was me.
why admit your weakness when it doesn't have to be your
They
weakness?
said to me, "Do you know how to sew?" I said, "Oh, yes, I know how to sew." I said, "I'm not the greatest seamstress in the world, but I don't know how to sew." Did I? No, lying like a motherfucker. My seamstress that made some of my costumes was on the show with me. And if you look at the table for our sewing challenge, I sat right next to Deja.
Yep.
I took one of the garments that Deja made for me. I cut it and cut it on the side. I said, okay, Deja, show me how to do this. Show me that. Whoop. And then I set apart. All
Mhm.
right, let me go to the next person. How you make that glove? I see you making a glove. Make that glove. Okay, cool. Girl, I'm going to everybody at this table, walking around, became everybody's friend. So I'm not about to tell y'all that I can't sew so y'all can come up and be like, oh,
Why? Like,
well,
why
she
would
can't
someone
sew.
say
Let's zoom it.
that?
For what?
Yeah.
Baby, we in a competition.
Mhm.
Baby, fake it till you make it. And I faked my way through that sewing challenge. Cause man.
1000%. Well, and I think like, I don't know why it's considered this weakness if you don't know how to like sew fantastically because no one ever gets mad at someone when they say, "Oh, are you a good MC?" And someone goes, "Oh, I'm not that good."
Right.
No one says like, "Oh, you shouldn't be in the competition."
Yep.
What do you mean you don't MC shows? Well, maybe some people don't MC shows
And it's just how it's just like not everybody gonna do good at a comedy. Not
or a
everybody gonna do that
dance or
acting.
any
Or
of
it's
it.
just like once again, you can have small parts of this, but you ain't got to be the best at everything. And that's just like if we all went to the show or any kind of competition and had the same exact skill set across the board, boring. That's gonna
Yeah.
be boring. We need levels. Some people gonna be funnier than the next person. Some people gonna be naturally funny. Some people not. Some people gonna know how to sew. Some people gonna have good taste and dress. There's differences because you ain't asking these people who made your wig because half the hoes that
Right.
can't sew, half of them came. You can't style a piece of hair. It's like
Right.
those small things, but you go ahead. Oh, you can't sew. Why are you there? Because they asked me to be on TV. I need the
Yeah.
opportunity to be in front of people. You think I'm gonna say no to attention? Girl,
Right.
yeah, I'm going to these people damn show. I don't care if I can sew or not, but they ain't gonna know it. Did you make this garment? Yes, I did. I
Every bit of
apologize
it.
to the designer when I get home.
Right.
I tag you on the post. Yeah, girl, I did. This line like a mother.
Let's take a break. Do you have something on your mind? Perhaps a burning question, or maybe you just need me to go off about something. Well, now's your chance. Email me at readmedelta@gmail.com and you just might hear your question on an upcoming episode of Very Delta. Don't be shy, baby. Send me an email. Girl, that rain is not it.
And I love the rain. Last night I went to sleep so good. I said, "Baby, I'm getting ready to get me some very good sleep so I can go to Very Delta." And baby, I opened that very patio door and went straight to very sleep real good. That rain was knocking me out, girl. I was gone, very sleepy.
Very sleep. We are back with Kornbread. This is the part of the podcast where we answer letters. We call it Read Me Delta. You get it. People ask for comments. They sometimes need advice. But before we do that, are there any small fish that you need to fry? Is there anything that's just on your nerves? Have you gone somewhere where just the menu has changed? Anything?
Yes, I'll say this and I'll say this with so much respect. if you out there and you see me in the club after a performance and you say, hey, can we take a selfie? Please put a filter on it. Stop tagging me on Instagram without smacking a good, delicious filter on it, especially if I was on that stage moving, shucking, and twirling all this stuff. I wasn't really twirling. I might be lying about that part, but I twirl a little bit, not the whole word. But put a filter on the picture. Stop tagging me, because you know people can go on Instagram these days and click the what was they tagged in. You can't untag yourself too swiftly before y'all already post. Please just smack a filter, a sepia. In the sepia tone,
Something.
go on the stories on Instagram, slide it over to Paris, if you will. They even got the Los Angeles Hollywood one. Put a filter on. Stop tagging me, and I'm looking like, and you look like that's not right.
Right.
That's not right. And you
How
know,
did you look in the picture? And how did they look?
and I'm just like, girl,
right.
you get it. And I know there was another picture where both of us look mid. You could accept the mid picture. And oh my God, I took a picture with Kornbread. Don't tell nobody that's me. That's not me, baby. That was Wheat Thin. That wasn't Kornbread. I don't know who that was. Ain't had nothing to do with me. Who is that? That's Ritz. That's not Kornbread. I ain't never met that girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing in my face. Put a filter on it. Or don't tag. Actually, tag me, because I do want to see it. Now, if I look good, tag me a few times.
That's what I say. How many people you're at a show and they're like snapping pictures while you're performing, or afterwards they take a picture with you. I go back to my hotel room or whatever, and I'm like, nobody tagged me in anything. And they were like, oh, you were great. You was amazing. I had a wonderful time.
Right.
I thought you were Cindy Crawford. I live for you. Not one. And I'm laying in my
What
hotel room.
evidence?
None.
When I know I look good. Oh, you know
None.
what? Grinds my gears, and then listen. And I know the fish is frying, and we had a fish fry, and I ain't gonna say too much. When they be at the airport and they take a picture, you randomly like from the back. I saw Kornbread at the airport. Baby, walk up to me. I ain't gonna say no. Like, I don't mind it, but you got me in the airport
Right.
halfway through the gate, like the girl. Just say, excuse me. Then I stop and take the picture. Don't tag me while I'm up here stuffing my face in the Delta Lounge.
Right.
Up here with this free breakfast.
I'm gonna
And
take
you
a
want to get a
picture with
picture,
you.
just let me know. Be like, hey girl, I know that. Can I take a picture? I'm gonna say, yeah. Don't get me mid-bite. I'm up here trying to enjoy my mediocre bagel. Right. It look, like looking crazy while I'm trying to munch up on this breakfast before I get up on this airplane. No. Just say, girl, can we take a I'm gonna say, yeah. I talk to
Yeah.
anybody. I love a good meet and greet.
Well, and I always say, like, I it was on obviously the show season 3, and it's now season 17. I feel great when someone asks for a picture.
Oh,
I
it's my
mean, if you're
favorite.
watching this and you see it feels good. It does feel good.
It feels great.
And
Yeah.
it's no secret. And I'm not saying like, oh, poor me, poor me. No, this is part of what we do. And like you said, the meet and greet, I would love to go do a show and not do any show.
That's me.
I just want to do the meet and greet.
Baby, let me meet and greet, honey. I want to sit here and talk to you all day. And I tell people all the time, I'm one person, we gonna talk. And
Yeah.
we gonna talk for a hot minute. And I'm very much like, I know what I signed up for when I said yes.
Right.
So if I don't want to be bothered, I won't go out.
Right.
But if I am in a queer place or a queer space, when I know there's people that are fans of the show or that are going to know who I am, if I don't feel like I'm in the mood to be bothered, I will stay at home.
Mhm.
I know when I step outside of that door, I'm not going to be rude to nobody. I'm going to enjoy the conversation because I stepped out knowing that I was going outside and there's a possibility someone was going to like walk up and talk to me.
Right.
So I'm always open to have a conversation. I would rather do meet and greet in the show sometimes too.
All the
I sit
time.
I sit there
And I always
all
feel
day and talk.
bad. I don't know if you ever feel bad because there'll be the line and then I'm talking and I see people like, God, the show ran long. I kind of want to go. And I think to myself, like, I'm so sorry because I'll just keep talking.
Yes, me.
We will keep talking about anything. I want to know what your favorite chips are. I want to know why you're mad at your sister. I want to know. Like, I want the gossip. I want all of it.
And see the crazy, but when I talk and meet and greet and stuff, we talk about stuff that has nothing to do with Drag Race. And I
At
think that is
all.
the best. I will sit there and talk to you about, and they're like, how do you know about this? When it comes to like wrestling stuff, when it comes to anime, when it comes to like anything in those natures, like they're like, how do you know about so much? I'm like, because I talk to people and I enjoy learning something. I'd rather the meet and greet me learning about you versus me. And the next time I see you, be like, oh, how did you remember who I was? One of my best friends now, his name is Jack. We met at a meet and greet at the good old con. We met at the meet and greet, and he said, oh, one day I want to work with you. Now, we like this. I call and complain to him every single day.
I love it.
My favorite person on the planet. But it's like small conversations like that lead to like great friendships. So please
They
talk to
do.
me. I talk to anybody.
Well, we have 2 letters here.
Is that a letter opener?
It is a letter
That is
opener.
very Delta.
And it's it has like mother of pearl in it. A new gifted letter opener.
And you better present with the nails too.
You know. You know whose nails they were.
Ellen. Yours.
That lady's.
No.
These nails belong to that lady. You
Questionable
know
on the
who you
lady
are.
part.
You know who you are. Remember,
3
you used to take off
nails.
them 3.
And piss on that.
Oh my God. Honestly, we could get in trouble.
We-
Like, really, not really, we couldn't, and it wouldn't really matter.
But also, who am I scared of?
Nobody.
What you gonna do? Sue me?
Right.
You ain't gonna get nothing, girl.
Dear Delta and gorgeous guest, I'm a CD and recently bought a pair of silicone tits for my friend because she was having trouble with her credit card at the time. We're both ladies of the night, entertaining gentlemen, and I wanted to help her out. Fast forward, she got herself some better ones, and now she has money and doesn't want to pay for the ones I bought her. So here I am stuck with them, feeling like it wasn't very Delta of her. What would you do in this situation? Should I ask her to pay me back or let it slide? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this little silicone dilemma. Thank you so much for your inspiration and always keeping it real. Very much love, very Camilla. She bought her friend some silicone boobs, and then now her friend got better ones.
Repossess her titties.
I think so.
Tell your friend to come over, girl. I got this because y'all ladies of the night. First off, I didn't know they was hooking up with the trade with the silicone titties because that ain't hot.
Yeah, you don't have
Anywho,
to do that.
That's a lot of heat, baby. That's a lot of sweat. You probably don't want to repossess some titties, but let me tell you what you do. Tell your friend to come over, right? And be like, hey, girl, yeah, I got it, ladies of the night, let's get ready together. And when she goes to the restroom to get her to take off her 3 days to go pee, when she goes to the restroom and do her thing, repossess her titties. And repossess the titties that you bought for her and repossess the titties that she bought for herself. And let her know it's like a boot on the car. I'm putting a boot on your breast. Baby, I'm taking these titties back until I get my money. Now, which one you want? So now you got to go spend your money to buy a new pair of them titties, or you can go ahead and give me my money for the ones that you told me to let you buy. That ain't your friend.
I love it.
That's rude.
It is rude.
That's
It
rude.
is rude. I will say, I usually go into situations thinking if I am going to buy something or if somebody asks for money, I usually don't consider loaning people money. I just consider it a cash gift.
Right.
So if I'm not in a position to not lose that money, do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now, if they say, hey, I got that money and I want to give it back to you. Thank you. That's great. That's wonderful. Now I know that I was just as important to you in that situation.
See, because in the letter they talk about their friend got the money now. So now your friend got the money.
Mhm.
They repossess them breasts. Like, you got to get your money back. It's like if it was a gift, it was a gift. But if they specifically said borrow to you and then they said, I'm gonna take the boobs that you bought me and put them on the shelf and buy myself some better ones,
Mhm.
and you
Right.
ain't, yeah, no, girl,
Right.
deflate her titty, pop it,
And just to piggyback on
right
what
up
you
in
were
it.
saying, if you are having these ladies of the night and they're dealing with the trade or whatever, those silicone boobs are going to have to go inside of the bra
Yes,
so that when you take it off, the trade already knows you don't have boobs.
they
Like, they
know.
already know. And when you get them to that point, they're not leaving.
They're not leaving.
Okay?
It's
You
done.
could show up and you could peel off into a full lizard.
Yep.
They're not leaving. You've already got them to that point.
They already at that
And
point.
they already know.
So
They
it's
know.
so it ain't the trade that got the friends. You just take your titties back from your friend.
Yeah, because the titties are for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, y'all don't get ready to get, like, if y'all ladies of the night and y'all getting ready together, and like Batman takes his costume off at nighttime, them titties got to come off. You had an
Right.
opportunity to yank them back up. What they gonna say? Oh, you stole from me. What you mad for? You told me you was gonna pay me back. You stole from me. Put a boot on them breasts.
Repossess
Repossess
the
the breast.
breast.
It's repossess the breast.
It's really a mantra
It is.
for life. It really
Repossess
is.
the breast.
It could be about a physical thing.
Yep.
It could be about a relationship. It could be
Mental.
about mental. It could be about representing your whole body.
Just in general.
I wonder if those breasts got all messy because when you get like,
Probably smell too.
and when they're sticking around for way too long, they start to like split,
Right.
and then you got to put duct tape over them.
Lady by the night, dude by day. So they do a dude
Ooh.
activity. They probably, you might not want to repossess them titties if I'm thinking about it.
Do you remember the foam ones?
Yes.
Right, with the nipple on them?
Yep.
So when I was coming up in drag, I learned that what we would do, and one of my mentors, Viva, told me this. She said, girl, get your breast form,
Mhm.
put it in a plastic bag and put baby oil on it. They start to expand. And then you have to
Mhm.
squeeze the baby oil out of it and they just get they get bigger. But she was tiny, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
This boob like this wasn't doing anything for me. I needed the bird seed and the pantyhose.
Yeah,
Like I needed.
that's what Heidi does. So, well, at the time,
Yes.
Heidi in Closet was doing that. I was like, "Girl, what is the?" She was like, "Oh, this is my boob," and I ain't had to worry about that time because I was pushing these
Right.
things together, honey. They was already sitting where they need to be. Couldn't repossess these breasts because they was stuck on my chest. But Heidi, Heidi would pull these things out. I'm like, "Girl, what is that?" She's like, "These my boobs." Never knew.
Bird
Never knew. She had a
seed.
little piece of little hair right there going down the cleavage, but
One hair.
little one, just a little curl. It was a
A
whoop.
little S.
Little S on
Was
your
it an
chest.
S or was it a Q?
It was curled up in there.
Was it one of these?
Yeah,
Like a
just a big old strand right between them good old stocking titties.
Dearest Delta and Kornbread, I'm a frequent flyer, and I've recently taken notice of an epidemic of travelers with stinky feet removing their shoes in the airport terminals and on planes. Normally, I give travelers grace for not presenting themselves in the most hygienic or well manicured fashion during an exhaustive flight day.
Mhm.
That said, I do have to choke down the smell of rotted foot corns as I sip on my in flight beverage. My question is there a way to politely ask shoeless travelers for mercy from their stanky gangrene infested piggies? Or is hope lost and all of my future travels carry a distant eau de pata going forward? Forever and always yours, Edward.
Mhm.
What do you do if strangers in an airport or in close proximity to you have an odor?
It depends. So, like, cause there's certain people do certain things a certain way, but if it comes to like, I'm specifically on the feet. If the feet it's feet, and then you taking your shoes off next to me on the airplane, baby, these people ain't spend all this money on this flight for me to. I'm let. Oh my God, I didn't know Delta was handing out Fritos. Oh, they not handing
Mhm.
out Fritos on the plane. Oh, them your shoes off? Can you put them back on? Like it's like it's courteous. And if I smell it, you smell it too.
Oh,
And
1,000%.
so at this point, we not strangers, baby. We roommates if we on this plane together. We right
Mhm.
next to I don't mind be like, hey love, it's giving a little won't de won't. Now certain like others, I ain't gonna be like disrespectful and be like, hey girl, little Bill, because you never know how certain things work for that's not my business. I mean it is my business and my nostrils are certain. Hey, when it comes to the feet on the shoes. Baby, just wear a flap.
Mhm.
Wear a good sock and a slide, if you will, honey. And
Mhm.
and take that to the airport. Some things can breathe while you're running the walker, so you can just easily slip them off. But if a foot is smelling and it's to the point of where it's making me uncomfortable on this flight, and we can't open no windows,
Right.
and all we got is a little coming up from the sky, I'm gonna let you know, baby, that ain't the best to see.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I tell you.
You
I tell
know,
you for sure.
I know that sometimes police officers will get mentholatum and they'll open it and they'll put it under their nose like this when they go into crime scenes so they don't smell anything but that.
Wait, really?
Yes, that's like the only way that they can sort of get through when there's like the smell of death. And they can still smell it,
Because you
but
could make sense.
it's so strong. So they carry little tiny ones.
But where's Edward going where everybody's feet stink? Is your shoes off?
Oh, Edward. They say sometimes you can't smell yourself, but I think you can. You can smell yourself.
If you smell it, you're very delta.
Right. Because I'll tell you this, like I want to know
Yeah,
what,
what?
remember when Big D was here, we talked about chair air? You know Big D from Long
Yeah, I
Beach.
know Big D.
And so we made this agreement. She was like, girl, we've been knowing each other since like we were babies in drag. If you think I smell, promise me you'll come over to my chair and smell my chair. And if it's funky, tell me.
Let me know.
Because I would rather hear it from you
Then
than hear it from someone else. She's like, because maybe like I've just had too many gigs. Maybe I was drunk, maybe whatever. She's like, but I'm going to do the same for you. If we stink, and we don't stink, but you never know. Because
That one day, man,
maybe somebody else thinks you stink.
that chair wind thing is real.
Chair air, sit down
Chair
wind.
air.
What else did she call? I can't remember what we used to call it. Was, but it's true.
That's deep.
So that could be Edward. Edward, it
Ew.
could be your feet.
Who you sitting next to? Like, where
Right.
you going?
Right.
Where the feet just feeting.
Because you fly a lot.
And
Enough
ain't
that
been
you're
that
in the
bad.
lounge.
Yeah,
I mean, if somebody says they're in the lounge eating, they fly a lot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I'm not in the lounge, so
but
I
gotta be
don't fly
perfect.
that much.
It's because at the time it was like I would only like I don't so like writers and stuff. I don't ask for anything. The one thing I ask for if I go to any club is a bottle of alcohol and enough shot glasses for the girls in the back because I know they be charging the local queens a lot of coins for the alcohol. And I'm like, nah, baby, if we all here hustling together, we drinking together.
Right,
So
I
my
love
request
that.
is always shot glasses or something where we all gonna share this
I love that.
together, and that's been my thing. So I'm all right. It's just that. in a decent flight because at the time I was like heavy. I'm like, I don't want to be uncomfortable on the plane, and I
Yep.
like to sleep while I'm on the plane because that's where my rest comes from. So that's how I end up getting my points up there to getting to the little Delta
Mhm.
Lounge and all that stuff. And that's the best perk I could have ever gotten in my life. Delays and
Mhm.
all that stuff. I go up there, eat them people food, put my headphones in, and call it a day.
Yeah.
And I ain't smell no feet up in the lounge.
Unless it's Parmesan.
Oh, I love a good
I do
parm.
too.
Are you like a cheese person? Charcuterie?
I love it. I think I
Ooh.
like like savory more than sweets,
See, me too.
but I like sweets just fine. Listen, I didn't get here not eating sweets. But
And look, I got a Debbie cake in my purse right now. I got to keep me one just in case I'm
just
angry.
one toe in the old world.
Just a
One toe.
just a little toe, little peep toe. Do you like a good? I'm a goat cheese person.
I
I
love
like a
goat
goat
cheese.
cheese that's wrapped in the blueberries. Have you had?
Mhm. Or when you do like
Ooh.
a soft cheese like that,
Uh-huh.
and you do like a fig or something or a honey drizzle. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, that's good cheese. Yeah, but it might be you, but like also cheese.
It could be the cheese.
It
Yeah,
could be the
I think it
cheese.
could be. Thank you for being here.
Of
This
course,
is
thanks
so
for having me.
fun.
I enjoy myself.
This was a long time coming, and I
I
appreciate
know
it.
it's been way too long.
Yeah, it has.
That was me crying.
Girl,
Nah.
because you're an actress. Because you're an actress. That's why. And so, where can people find you on social media? What projects are you working on that you want people to know about?
Yeah, so at this current moment, I'm home. I'm back in LA. I've been doing a lot of shows around LA just to get myself together. Social media is still the same, Kornbread the snack on like all platforms. Instagram is where I live most of my time because I like looking at pictures of myself and other people. But yeah, it's like projects and stuff. I've been trying to get myself together I'm a big fan of like reality TV, and Survivor's one, and Survivor's new season starting up. So I kind of sort of trying to find my way into getting into we don't need another one, but we're gonna get another one. Podcasting Survivor and like talking about those like
That's
episodes and
nice.
stuff. So I think that's my next venture. I want to sit down and do that. And I also want to do those try videos to where I try to make the stuff that the people try to be making because I like cooking. So
Uh-huh.
I think that would be my next ventures. I want to do some Survivor kind of like social media stuff and very much into like cooking and trying different like recipes and stuff just
Yeah.
because I like eating. We'll see how it goes. But right now, it's Demoria taking over, and Demoria's just enjoying herself and enjoying life and like, enjoying the fruits of my labor at this moment in time. So
I mean, I think all of that is so necessary, especially, how we're going to get through these next years is really
yes.
going to be relying on entertainment and people's opinions,
Yep.
and all of it matters.
And I'm opinionated.
And you have a voice that people like listening to.
Thank
I
you.
think it's
That would
important.
be telling me. It's giving woman, but it talks like Morgan Freeman.
Stop. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Today on Very Delta, we learned that at Ross, you may not be able to return one shoe, but in life, you can always repossess the breast. We'll see you next week. And until then, keep things very Delta. Very Delta is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom. Hosted by Delta Work. Produced and edited by Doug Robertson. Technical direction by Margot Padilla. With original theme music by Will Pitts. Media and design support by Stone Cold. And set design by Eris Sevilla. Executive produced by Alaska, Willem, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio. Recorded at Forever Dog Productions. You better cut that out, Doug. I swear to God, I know this is about beverages and carbonation. You better cut that out. I swear.
Mom!
Watch Very Delta uncensored, ad-free, and a day early by subscribing to Mom Plus Gold. Sign up today at mompodcast.plus for premium content, including weekly episodes of more Very Delta.